and it's also provision. It's a means of provision and food for the masakin, for the poor people. Another important narration which expresses the significance of sadaqatul fitr, and in fact is a reminder of for those who do not pay the sadaqatul fitr, what may happen. Sayyiduna Anas bin Malik radiyallahu ta'ala anhu reports that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said that an individual's fasts remain suspended between the earth and the sky until the sadaqatul fitr is not paid. So when he pays the sadaqatul fitr, then that the suspension of his fast between the earth and sky will end. Otherwise they will remain mu'allaq, the fasts will remain suspended between the earth and sky until he does not do so, until he does not pay his sadaqatul fitr. As far as the sadaqatul fitr amount is concerned, the ulama have said that it is approximately 2.5 kilos of wheat, or its equivalent in flour, or the equivalent of that in money. So that is one sadaqatul fitr. And as far as when the individual can pay this amount, the best time is to pay the sadaqatul fitr is just before the Eid prayer. Otherwise, it can be given any time before that, or even in Ramadan, or even the ulama say it's even permissible even before Ramadan as well. Some actions which are from the prophetic way for the day of Eid. Sayyiduna Buraidah radiyallahu ta'ala anhu reports that our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam would eat something before he went to pray the prayer for Eid al-Fitr. So before Eid al-Fitr he would actually eat something, and this is from the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And Eid al-Adha, for Eid al-Adha, the Prophet ﷺ would not eat anything. He would go straight to the ground, to the area where the Eid prayer was to be held. So for a reminder for all of us that on the day of Eid al-Fitr, before the Eid prayer, we may follow the prophetic way by having at least something to eat. One narration mentioned in Bukhari and reported by Sayyiduna Anas radiyallahu ta'ala anhu reveals that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam would not leave for the prayer of Eid al-Fitr until he ate some dates, and the number of the dates in total would always be an odd number. That is another thing which is expressed in this narration. As far as the day of Eid is concerned, there are some actions, generally speaking, which are considered to be mustahab, preferable or desirable on the day of Eid. And very briefly, I would just like to go through some of them. Obviously, many of you may be aware of a few of these. To apply itr, for example, to wear new clothes or nice clothes, to have a bath, i.e. perform ghusl, to cut the hair. Obviously the men, cutting the hair should be according to the Sharia. Before going to perform Eid al-Fitr, to have some dates in odd numbers, as was mentioned previously in the narration, so 3, 5, 7 dates, this is also considered to be mustahab. Performing the Eid Salah in the ground that has been specified for the Eid prayer, and going towards the Eid gathering, the Eid prayer on foot. Also, it is from the mustahab actions to go on one path and to return from a different path on the day of Eid. Paying the sadaqatul fitr before the Eid Salah, and expressing happiness, generally speaking, and let this happiness be for everyone, not just for those we know. So anyone who sees us on the day of Eid, we are smiling, we are greeting, and we are a means of happiness for others, and we create happiness for our other Muslim brothers. Being generous on this day is also mustahab as well. So giving a lot of sadaqah and expressing generosity in this respect. Congratulating each other, greeting each other, the shaking of hands and embracing each other. This is also from the desirable actions. And when going for the Eid prayer, for Eid al-Fitr to say the takbir slowly, and for Eid al-Adha to say the takbir loudly. This is from the mustahab actions also. A reminder of the takbir: Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Wallahu Akbar, Walillahi alhamd. Sallu ala al-Habib, Sallallahu ta'ala ala Muhammad. Dear Islamic brothers and viewers of Madani channel, even after the blessed month of Ramadan and after the day of Eid al-Fitr, we have another opportunity of gaining great reward in the form through fasting itself. These fasts are voluntary fasts, but there are various narrations which express the benefit of fasting for 6 days in the month of Shawwal al-Mukarram. I would like to share with you some narrations so that we may be encouraged to do so. Sayyiduna Abdullah bin Umar radiyallahu ta'ala anhuma, he reports that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said that whoever fasts in Ramadan and then after Ramadan he fasts for 6 days in Shawwal, then he is purified of sin in such a way as if he was, the summary of the narration, what is understood from the narration is that he becomes pure from sin like a newborn baby. Another narration reported by Sayyiduna Sawban radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, that our beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said that he who fasts for 6 days in Shawwal al-Mukarram after Eid al-Fitr, then the reward that he gets is equal to the reward of fasting for the whole year. For he who brings one deed is given 10, or receives the reward of 10. How is this the case, that by fasting in after Ramadan, in Shawwal, after Eid al-Fitr, one fasts for 6 days and the reward is equal to a whole year? And what is meant by bringing a single good deed and being rewarded or attaining the reward of 10? This is explained by the verse of the Holy Quran, where Allah Almighty has said, "Man jaa bil hasanati falahu ashru amthaliha." Translation from Kanzul Iman: whosoever brings one good, then for him there are 10 like it. From this verse we learn that when one is fasting in the month of Ramadan, the 30 days that he is fasting, each fast is equal to 10. And in this way, a 10-month period of fasting, the reward for a 10-month period of fasting is covered by this blessed month of Ramadan. And then we have the 6 days of fasting in Shawwal, and each of them, obviously each fast is equal to 10, so that covers 2 months. And in this way, a whole year of fasting, the reward of fasting for a whole year is attained by obviously the compulsory fast of Ramadan and the 6 extra fasts in Shawwal al-Mukarram. May Allah Almighty enable us to attain this great reward. As far as when should one keep these the 6 fasts of Shawwal al-Mukarram, should they be kept consecutively or on specific days? Sadr al-Sharia Badr al-Tariqa Mufti Amjad Ali Azami alayhi rahma, he writes that it is better for the fasts to be spread out, not all together, not done consecutively but spread out. And after Eid, to have 4